so good to be out of that dungeon.
Oh, but it does.
Gavin, I couldn't believe my eyes when I saw it was you. How did you get in here? How did you get into those clothes?
I can't let you have all the fun.
Fun? You call that fun? Joe Bulmer was going to put a bullet right through me if you hadn't shown up. You saw how he shot Chad?
Chad's gonna be all right. Miles is working on him right now.
Gavin, you really did save my life. I can't think of a better reason to kiss you.
I've got to be okay for the broadcast. It starts soon, and I have to make my speech.
I wouldn't worry about making any speeches. Matter of fact, I wouldn't say anything. I'd just lie back and take it easy.
You said my shoulder's okay.
I didn't say that. So the damage could have been worse, but there's still damage. There's loss of blood, chance of infection. That all adds up to the fact that you're going to spend the next few days on your back.
No, I can't do that. It's too important.
Look, Chad, I know what's important to you. But you're going to have to forget about your plans for now. Maybe it'd be best to forget about them forever.
She doesn't want it that way. I know she doesn't.
The moment is past. You're not going to accomplish what you set out to do. It doesn't matter what Jody wants.
Maybe that's the best thing. What I was doing wasn't fair. I lied to her, Dr. Kavanaugh. I lied to Jody.
What do you mean?
I didn't tell her the whole truth. Do you know about the prophecy?
The prophecy of the martyr?
Yes. It's there in that book.
Yes, Jody told us all about it. About the revolution that's going to occur when the descendant of the martyr comes back and faces her people.
Read it. Read the marked page.
And then it shall come to pass that the descendant of Marie Bonaventure will appear to rally her people again, to bid them throw off their shackles, to overwhelm the new tyranny which holds them in thrall. This day shall be known as the day of the second martyrdom. For the arrow of the tyrant will be loosed again to strike down the descendant child, and by her death will be born the new freedom.
Yes, she's fine, but Chad is wounded.
Oh, did they catch the guy who shot him?
No, but they know who did it. He used to work for Dwight Endicott. His name is Joe Bulmer.
Then it's true. The gangsters are running the country.
Yes, they're still running it.
Well, we gotta do something. I mean, we gotta get Cliff and Jody out of here.
No, I agree with you.
Oh, I worried about Cliff. I could pass out.
Don't pass out. You might miss something.
Well, I don't care. I miss him.
Mitzi, you never said you missed me before.
Well, that's because you've never been lost.
Well, I said Gavin snuck into the castle when he sold somebody's outfit.
And I see you're back safe.
I'm glad to be back, too.
Oh, Miles, what's happening?
Everything's under control. Jody and Gavin are still downstairs in the dungeon area. They'll be here in a minute.
What about Chad?
He'll be all right. He's got a nasty shoulder wound. He's not going to be entering any medieval sports events.
Well, will he be making the opening speech in the satellite broadcast back to Eden?
His speech has been canceled, and so is the rest of his plan.
Oh, well, I can't say I'm sorry about that.
What about this Ronaldo character? Can we blow the whistle on him?
Yeah, I think somebody should lock him up in one of his own dungeons.
I don't know what the law's going to be able to do about him. He's probably here under diplomatic immunity.
Oh, that is so unfair.
Well,
something should be done about
whatever
this.
punishment he gets is going to have to be in his own country.
Oh, he'll probably get a medal for stopping Chad and Jody from going through with their plans.
You're probably right. That means it's all for nothing. Jody's being kidnapped, the death of those two young people, Viva, Pietro.
Well, at least it's all over and Jody's safe.
That's right. We can be very grateful for that.
Oh, Chad, my dear boy.
Call me your boy, or your son, or your beloved friend, or any of your other fancy phrases.
Oh, Chad, these words of yours pain me. Perhaps as much as the pain from your own wound.
Tell your friend about it. Tell Joseph.
Joseph? He is gone. He ran from this castle. If he was here, he would be punished. I hope you do not think he was acting under orders from me.
Oh, I don't know who gives the orders anymore. You, or my father, or the gangsters who own both of you.
I can see this experience has leave you bitter and angry. Believe me, I am deeply sorry.
And just shut your eyes. Shut your eyes like you've done every other time.
I only did what needed to be done.
Yes, I know. You've got a whole string of quotations to fall back on, haven't you? Like my country, right or wrong. The only thing is you never did anything to make things right again, did you? You just shut your eyes.
That you need some rest.
There was another saying you used to give me. A quotation from a man named Edmund Burke, wasn't it?
You stay here. I have some business to take care of. I call you
I
back.
remember the quotation. The only thing necessary for the triumph of evil is for good men to do nothing.
My boy, I wish I could make you realize how easy it is to be idealistic when you are younger.
Come here, I want to show you something.
Guy!
Well, there you are. Gee, I didn't know you had scheduled rehearsal for today, gee, and backstage, too.
I'm surprised to see you here this morning.
Well, I decided that I might just as well come down to my theater and see how things were going. That's funny. I didn't expect to see you here, Val.
Well, I got an invitation.
I don't need invitations. I own the place.
That's true, you do. I was just showing Valerie some of the improvements backstage. Backstage is where the improvements are. Would you like to see some of them?
No, that's okay. I'll take your word for it.
Well, he's really done a great job, Sky. And they're all ready for rehearsals.
Yeah, I'm shocked that he's been able to accomplish so much in such a short period of time.
Yeah, well, we worked hard. Well, we had a little bit of help, but a lot of people pitched in.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure you got a lot of help, for example, from Valerie.
Oh, no, I just lent a little moral support.
Yeah, well, it certainly looks as if morale is very high around here, very high indeed.
Well, I gotta get back to my studio. Thanks for the tour.
Oh, Val, you won't forget about our dinner tomorrow night at my house?
No, I'm impressed. Bye.
Well, seems I owe you some congratulations.
Thanks.
Now, of course, it remains to be seen whether all of the changes that you made are going to meet with my approval.
You wanted the theater renovated, and that's what we did.
Yeah, renovation, though, it's a vague term. I mean, it's still going to have to meet with my approval.
We saw what needed to be done, and we did it.
Mm-hmm. Now, according to you, of course, I am still the owner.
Are you backing off on your deal?
Is this going to be your first show, you know? Dark stuff, Ibsen.
Please answer the question.
Well, Jimmy, what if I were to add another term to our agreement?
And what would that condition be?
What if I were to tell you not to see Valerie anymore?
Then I'd laugh in your face.
I want to go home.
You were the one who was so anxious to come here.
Yeah, well, that was before all this stuff happened.
I'm just glad it wasn't any worse than it was.
Gavin!
Where's Jody?
She went to go see how Chad is.
Telecast's about to start in the main hall. Shall we go?
Yes. I would just love to hear what Ronaldo is going to say for himself.
1 minute. Mr. Ronaldo, will you take our place, please? Yes. Would you excuse us? Speak directly into the camera. Yes. Okay. Can we get a level on Mr. Ronaldo? Microphone. We got a mic for Mr. Ronaldo, Billy. Yes. Okay.
Yes, excuse me. How is it now? Is this, Who's at this level here? You hear all right here? When you speak. Is it?
Okay, 5 seconds to air. 4, 3, 2...
Ladies and gentlemen, my dear friends, my beloved countrymen here and back home in the great Republic of Eden, it is my privilege to welcome you here to this tricentennial celebration. A moment in our history when we celebrate our heritage of 3 centuries of the love of liberty. As a nation, we are very small. In fact, if you measure things by size and distance, we are almost insignificant. But then, seen from the Earth, the stars too seem almost insignificant. Even the brightest of them all, the North Star. And yet, is it not our great ships and our caravans that steer their course by it? Well, it is this which gives Eden its greatest pride. To help other nations steer their course to the love of freedom such as we have for over 3 centuries. A freedom that is symbolized by a brave young woman to whom we pay special tribute in this hour of our history. Marie Bonaventure, the beloved martyr of Eden. It was here in this very castle that the Bonaventure family, the rulers of Eden, where a legend was born. It is a legend, well, as much to Eden as its rivers and hills. A legend of a brave young woman who shared the dream of her father. A dream of a democracy. A dream of giving a voice to every man and woman in the country, to allow them to govern their own destinies. But there were those who opposed this voice, those who would silence this voice. Those who thought that liberty was only for the rich and the powerful. Well, this Marie Bonaventure, on these very steps, she stood alone to oppose those who came with their arms and anger. And as she stood alone to oppose and defy them, she was slain in the attempt.
Miles, I don't understand this. Why is he even mentioning it?
I don't know. Her courage and her sacrifice inspire more than a legend. It inspires a prophecy. A prophecy that one day her descendant would return here to Eden to remind us all of how difficult it is to win freedom. And to remind us all how much more difficult it is to obtain and remain free.
Adventure. It's Jody Travis. But they tell me that your famous martyr was my ancestor, and I'm very proud of that fact. I'm also scared, being here and telling you this. I have never been to the Republic of Eden. I don't know much about it except for what I've heard. Through some people that I met. Young people who love their country. Who love their country so much they lost their lives for it. And it sounds like a wonderful place. It sounds like a country that loves its freedom, which makes it very much like this country. We once fought a revolution for that very reason. And we had our own martyrs. Some women, too. Very young women like Marie Bonaventure. Well, I'm not like them. And I'm not like her. I'm not brave and noble the way she was, although right now I wish I were. And I wish I could make you understand what these brave young people believed. That your country is no longer free. That the freedom you won has been lost. That your government is corrupt and selfish, and that people are suffering. And they're suffering because they are being ruled by greed. and not by compassion. But somebody talked to me before I came here. Somebody by the name of Chad Sutherland, the son of our very own president. And he said that the spirit of Marie Bonaventure will live. Not in me, but in you. Then the liberty in Eden will never die. Never.
Seems as though a harmony is hard to find. Always on my mind. And frustrated days pass without sight. The